The reality is that Nobita's first love wasn't Shizuka, but a girl named Nanko. If it weren't for her unexpected departure, maybe the person marrying Nobita in the end wouldn't have been Shizuka. That day, while cleaning his room, Nobita found a package. Upon opening it, he saw it was a red shoe. Doraemon asked him why he had a girl's shoe. Nobita's thoughts immediately went back to his childhood. This girl was named Nanko, and she was the owner of that red shoe. Nanko was adorable. She looked like a doll. She lived right next door to Nobita's house. Back then, when Nobita was in kindergarten, he always played house with Nanko. Nobita always played the dad, and Nanko the mom. The doll was their child. Nobita pretended to go to work after eating. Nanko knew Nobita loved bananas, so she kindly gave him hers. If Nobita accidentally fell, Nanko rushed to comfort him. Seeing Nobita cry in pain, Nanko would gently stroke his head, saying, "Pain, pain, go away." Under Nanko's comfort, Nobita would soon smile again. Even now, remembering it, Nobita still vividly recalled Nanko's sweetness. Just after leaving, Nobita ran into John and Sunio. John mocked Nobita for always playing house with a girl. Sunio even claimed Nobita must have a crush on Nanko. Nobita, feeling exposed, blushed instantly. He even stated directly that he hated her. John and Sunio, of course, didn't buy it. So they told Nobita to bully Nanko to prove it. Nobita went back to the yard. Nanko served him a mud pie she had made herself. Nobita looked at Nanko and couldn't bring himself to hurt her. But John and Sunio, peeking over the wall, kept pushing him. After an internal struggle, Nobita made a wrong decision. He flipped everything on the table over. Nanko, seeing this, burst into tears, heartbroken. John and Sunio told Nobita to take Nanko's shoes. Although Nobita didn't want to, he still did it. Running away, he accidentally stepped on and ruined Nanko's favorite flower. Nanko cried even harder. Nobita's heart ached seeing this. Just then, John and Sunio arrived and praised Nobita for a job well done. Nobita, hardening his heart, ran off with them. Soon the day came to an end, but Nobita's heart couldn't settle down. Even after dark, he didn't dare go home. He feared Nanko had told her family what happened. Until his grandmother found him and he learned Nanko hadn't told anyone. The next day, Nobita wanted to apologize to Nanko. But since that day, Nanko didn't leave her house again. Later he found out she had caught a very bad cold. Soon a week passed. That day, Nobita had just returned from kindergarten when his mom told him Nanko's family had moved. Nobita couldn't accept it. He ran towards Nanko's house in the pouring rain, but Nanko's house was already empty. At that moment, regret washed over Nobita. Not only had he not apologized to Nanko, but he hadn't even had time to say goodbye. Even though a lot of time had passed, remembering it now, he still felt a heavy regret. If it weighs on you, go fix it. Doraemon reminded him they could use the time machine. Nobita suddenly understood. So they both traveled back in time to the day Nanko moved. Nanko was sitting quietly in her room, waiting for Nobita's goodbye. Her mom told her it was time to go, but Nanko was sure Nobita would come. Her mom, with no other choice, left first. Instantly, Nobita rushed in, but Nanko didn't recognize the Nobita from 6 years later. Scared, she ran to find her mom. Doraemon quickly pulled Nobita out. Then, Doraemon used the time clock to turn Nobita back into his childhood self. Nanko was in her room, thoughtful. Looking up, she saw little Nobita outside the window. Nanko, seeing it was Nobita, became very happy. She quickly opened the door and took his little hand. They stood there, looking at each other, gazing in silence. Nobita returned the shoe to Nanko and apologized. Actually, Nanko had already forgiven him. She said she was very happy to see Nobita again. Nobita, moved, didn't know what to say. Then he took out a gift he had brought and gave it to Nanko. Nanko, receiving it, was overjoyed. Looking at his childhood friend, Nobita couldn't help but shed tears. Nanko thought Nobita was in pain. So, just like before, she came over to comfort him. She repeated pain, pain, go away. And then she gave Nobita her favorite toys. But finally, the time for goodbye arrived. Nanko left waving her hand. Nobita finally resolved his inner conflict.